Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So I just wanted to check in. How are you guys doing? What's new in your corner of the world? I've been loving this cup lately because it's how I feel. But in all honesty, we are hunkering down. We are, hold please. Okay, I'm back. This is probably gonna be the new norm for my videos because here in Wisconsin, we have a stay-at-home order that was issued last week. So we've been staying home. So all the kids are here. My hubby's here. We were both very fortunate enough to be able to work from home. They're doing school from home. And we're embracing it the best that we can. So I've had some really cool video ideas since we're around. Why not film? But I'm just gonna give you a fair warning that everybody is here. So I normally film on days when I know that they're going to be gone, or days I can send them outside, or somehow create a somewhat quiet environment. And that's not just gonna be, or that's not gonna be the normal for a little bit. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure a lot of you are in the same boat. So we're gonna roll with it. And I still wanna bring you some really cool reading ideas because I think reading is, at least for me, pivotal to help me, dare I say, survive, which sounds too severe, but reading is my escape. Reading is what calms me. It is a hobby I always fall back on because it's just, I love escaping into a good book, and I have been flying through the books over this last week. I can't wait to share them with you because there's been some good ones. But I thought I'd come on here and give you guys some good recommendations, just if you're looking for some new books to pick up, or hopefully these are books that are on your shelves that you can grab sooner than later. So today's topic is, I'm going to talk about books with dual timelines. I love books that have dual timelines. I feel like you get, it's almost a bit of a mystery with every single one of them because you're trying to figure out, you're given little bits of information from the past, yet you know what the present is, and you're trying to figure out how they got from that point to this point. I find books with dual timelines in a number of different genres. It's not just specific to one. Granted, it does seem to come up more in like historical fiction books, but it's fine. I find them all over the place. So here's a list of books. I won't do too many, even though I came up with quite a few that have dual timelines. So the first one I actually read not that long ago. It's Tangled Mercy by Jordan Lake. Let me make sure that's right. It is. Wow, memories on point today. A Tangled Mercy follows, again, a couple of characters, dual timelines. So you have late 1800s in the South during a slave revolt. And then you have present day. You're following our main character who is trying to, she came back to Charleston to kind of discover a little bit more about her life and her past and her mother and father and the secrets that are housed there. And it has ties to this slave revolt. So very, very good book. A little slow start, but I got sucked into it and could not stop reading it. The next recommendation I have for you, and a couple of these might be just author recommendations, is Ellen Marie Wiseman tends to write books that are dual timelines. This specific one is The Life She Was Given. This was the first one that I read by her, and it is phenomenal. If you like circus themed books, this is definitely for you. So we have present day, we have our main character, what is her name? Hold please. I'm making muffins for the kids, so that's the timer. Again, welcome to my real life. All right, so this follows our main character, present day. Her name is Julia, and she inherits this mansion from her mom and dad, whom she did not have a great relationship with, and she hated living there. She gets there and she's finding out there's some secrets involved here. And then you go back to the 1930s and you follow Lily, who was basically sold to the circus by her mother. Fabulous book. There are scenes in here that are just incredible. It is heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, yet beautiful. It's an amazing book. Dual timelines. It's fantastic. The next one I want to talk about is Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. I cannot speak about this book enough. But this follows two main characters. So you have present day and you're following Aiken, South Carolina, that's the city. And Avery is our character. And she seems to have it all, but returns home to help her father get through some health crisis and happens to come across a person in a nursing home who mistakes her for somebody else, but kind of leads her down this hole of where did this woman get this idea from? My muffins, I think, are done, but we're gonna do the next one. And then you have Memphis, 1930s, and you're following a 12-year-old girl named Rill and her 4 younger sisters, and they live with their family on the Mississippi River, like on a houseboat. Hey Google, stop. Anybody else have Google? She kind of annoys me sometimes. Anyways, Rill and her siblings are living on a houseboat on the Mississippi River, and something happens. A stranger comes and basically takes them to the Tennessee Children's Home Society orphanage, and it goes from there. It is beautiful. It is fantastic, and it's based on a true story, and it's dual timelines. So you will fly through this book. I'm gonna go take my muffins out of the oven. I'll be right back. Is anyone else like baking and cooking up a storm right now? Because I've been loving all the cooking I can do because I have time. It's fantastic. All right, next one is another author I want to talk to you about, and it's Kate Morton. I've read a couple of books by her. Did I read House of Riverton? I don't think I've read this one yet, but I read The Secret Keeper? Is it just The Secret Keeper? It might be. That's the table of contents. That doesn't tell me what books there are. The Forgotten Garden and The Secret Keeper I have read. She always has dual timelines. Oh, and I read, I think The Lake House, The Lake one I've also read. Always has dual timelines. So you have present day, you have your main character that has some sort of mystery to solve, and then you go back in time and you follow kind of where the story started and how it, again, comes together in the end. She writes beautifully. I love her writing styles. I love her characters. You get very, very invested with them. And there's always some secret and some twist that I do not see coming, but they're beautifully written. I love, love, love Kate Morton's books. Always dual timelines. You can count on that one. The next book I want to talk about is more of a mystery book instead of historical fiction. It's The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I've already borrowed this out to, who has it? I think does my mom have it? I don't know. I need to do a better job at paying attention. Now I have neighbors walking by and they're looking at me wondering what the heck I'm doing. Oh, and she's taking pictures. No, it's fine. We have a neighborhood challenge every week, and we have different subjects every week, and so you color, like this week it's dinosaurs, and so you color pictures of dinosaurs, put stuffed animals of dinosaurs, put anything dinosaur related in your windows, and then you do like a scavenger hunt around the neighborhood. It's really actually pretty fun. So that was one of the people. I wonder if she was taking pictures, so I wonder if they'll post them on social media or something, but whatever. We'll see. It's a day. Okay, Family Upstairs is what I was talking about by Lisa Jewell. This is more of a mystery, dual timelines, and so you have present day. You are following our main character, and she was adopted. She was adopted. She has a couple kids. She's kind of been moving around quite a bit, and gets this letter in the mail that she is inheriting this house. I believe it's in England. Kind of not sure where this is coming from. She's a little confused, but she has nothing to lose. I think she lives in France right now, and it's her and her 2 kids and the dog, and they're kind of just not really sure where they're gonna go. So she's like, all right, well, I'll go back and see what this is all about. And then we go back in time and we start figuring out, and we start learning about the family that was living in that house at the time, and it is just craziness from there on out. It's crazy. but like good kind of crazy, like you can't put it down kind of crazy. And so you're going back and forth in time between where did this girl come from and what happened, and then what happened in this house, which was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know any other way to describe it, but it was a fabulous book, and you need to pick it up so you can understand the craziness I'm talking about. Next one I want to talk about is Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you've not picked this up, this is by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who is another wonderful author in my opinion. I don't know what you're waiting for. This is a great book to read right now. So this follows dual timelines. So you have present day Evelyn Hugo, and she reaches out to this kind of no-name reporter and says, you know what, why don't you come over and I'm going to tell you the story of my life, which she has told nobody up until this point. And so you are kind of reliving her story through this account with this reporter. So you have present day Evelyn Hugo, and then you have young Evelyn Hugo when she first got to Hollywood and she first became this amazing actress, and she was this beautiful, glamorous movie star, and then following her life through her 7 husbands. It's awesome. Pick that one up. Next one I want to talk about is The Secret Wife by Gil Paul. This, you have present day. Katie Fisher is going through a horrible divorce, and she decides she's going to kind of escape everything and go to this cabin in the woods in New England that her grandfather owned, that she hasn't been to in a long time, but it was just kind of her way of getting away. And while she's there, she finds, what do you want to call it? A necklace? Not a necklace. A jeweled pendant. So yeah, a necklace. And starts asking questions as to why her grandfather had this very expensive looking old jewel pendant. And as she's digging through and figuring it out, she finds ties to the Romanov family in the early 1900s. It's fantastic. If you love stories about the Romanov family, this is definitely for you. If you don't, it's still an amazing book. You should still read it. And then the last book I want to talk about, because this video is probably already too long, is Jar of Hearts, and I can't think of the author's name. I'll put the picture over here or over here. Jar of Hearts. This, again, dual time perspective. So you are thrown into this book with our main character, she's just being released from prison, or just about to be released from prison, where she has served her time for murdering her younger sister. But you quickly realize that things are not as they seem, because as you go back in time and figuring out the story of what led to what happened, and then how she proceeds from there, it's fantastic. And it's not very long. It is packed full of crazy secrets and mystery and what the heck is going on. And where the book gets its name, Jar of Hearts, I thought it's just, everything about it was fantastic. Pick up Jar of Hearts. It's awesome as well. So those are my main recommendations for books with dual timelines that I really think you need to pick up. I know there's a ton more out there. I love books with dual timelines, so if there's any recommendations you have for me, comment below. I'd love to chat about them, even if you just want to chat books. Let's talk. We've got time. I love talking books. Otherwise, like, follow, subscribe, and all of that stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye.